This painting has an interesting history. When I work on illustration board, I use a lot of water, which isn't good for the illustration board because it gets soaked in and then it starts buckling and comes separated from the back. I use that to my advantage. I'll soak the whole thing, when the painting is done, soak the whole thing in water, lift that up off of the backing board. Once it's dry, I remount it, everything's good. However, on this painting, I let it soak too long. The paint started bubbling up off of the surface of the paper itself. Having expanded, it dried and it became all crinkled. So I figured this painting was done for, no one's gonna want that. I decided I'd put it on a pile of other paintings that had gone awry or didn't work on paper. I often will cut them up, rip them, tear them, use them in other pieces. Maybe I need a shock of blue or a color of yellow or something. And this is kind of what I mean. There's like one large piece of paper in here, smaller pieces, and those are all from other paintings that didn't work for some reason or another. So back to this one, I was in the studio and a friend dropped by. She was looking around and she saw this painting on the pile that was gonna have a new life. And I described the story to her and she just absolutely fell in love. First of all, she loves the painting itself. Here I am holding it upside down. But loved it even more when I told her the story of how it came to be. So she said, is there any way I can buy that? And I was hesitant at first, but I thought, well, if I mount it right, it'll maintain its integrity and its history, and yeah, that'll be good. She likes the idea of something that had been lost and kind of coming back to life. I figured if I get a shadow box frame and float mount this piece, it will be able to maintain that integrity and its life story. Basically, I will cut a piece of illustration board smaller than this actual piece. I will use gel medium in certain spots on this painting so that it stays in place, but it's not squished down flat. I want the undulations and the weirdness of the edges to show. After that, I will cut this wood down, and then this will become, I don't know if you can see this, but this will become basically a platform on which the painting, once it's mounted, will float. And then that gets adhered to the backing board, all puts in a frame. That's what I'm going to be showing you throughout this video. So, I use corner clamps, which made everything a whole lot better. I'm going to put this aside. All right, so now it's time to cut the board. And remember I said I was going to cut it smaller than this. I measured. Turn this puppy over. You can see this is smaller. Okay, so this has dried overnight, and I'm about to complete the framing of this painting. Of course, there's lint and stuff inside, so I have to redo that part. But basically, I'll finish this off, but you'll see how this piece got framed. Still has all the edges that are, wrinkly and crinkly, and the inside still has all of that, but it's about, I'd say about a ½ inch away from the glass and floats about an inch or inch and a half from the backing board. So hope you enjoyed the presentation. I've got a lot of cleaning on the inside.